Welcome everyone to PSWF Adrenaline. I am one of your co-hosts, Jeremy Culver, aka Darcy, and with me is my buddy, Kawu, right here in the grand speaking place of Niigata, Japan. We're going overseas, Kawu. How are you feeling today?
I'm feeling good, man. It feels good to be out here. Today we're gonna have a bunch of great matches, man. I can't wait. I'm excited.
I'm excited as well, of course. This is bringing us back from our little hiatus, episode 2 of the new season of PSWF, and what a phenomenal show we had to kick off in week 1. And now we're having a stacked card here to get things going. In our first matchup, which is going to get going here very shortly, is we're going to see the two other ladies of the women's division, Dr. Vertebrae taking on Hatshepsut, a rivalry that we've seen brewing since basically episode 1. Both of them vying for that title shot, coming up short, and now they've turned their sights onto each other. Kawu, how are you feeling about this opening up our match, or our show?
The thing is Dr. Vertebrae and Hatshepsut always have great matches, and I hope these two build a great rivalry, because I want to see them face each other a whole lot more, honestly.
Yeah, this is one of those things, as you said, they both always put on such a great show that you're almost feeling like it has to be another great one. And I do not think that they're going to disappoint us here, especially in our first overseas type of show here in Japan. And of course, the person that everyone was vying for that top spot for such a long time as the #1 contender, Dr. Vertebrae, making her way to the ring. Kawu, we did not see her in last week's episode, so how do you feel that this break may have been for Dr. Vertebrae as she gets ready to set things off here for our episode?
With Dr. Vertebrae being a doctor, sometimes you have to step away from the surgery table and, recollect yourself and get yourself that laser sharp focus. And I'm pretty sure she's going to come back laying those deadly submissions that she always does. It's going to be great.
We know that, of course, the important thing when it comes to progress and strength and growth is rest. And that rest may have been exactly what Dr. Vertebrae needed to get recalibrated and kick things off for us here in this. And I know, as you know, this is a submission specialist, so we may actually see somebody get tapped here. And if it's going to be someone that taps, it's going to be Hatshepsut, who also has had some phenomenal shows, some phenomenal matches. Like, let's not forget that TLC match, the ladder match that she had with X, coming from almost winning it, just one belt buckle away from being our new champion. And now, of course, it's time for her to build herself back up here in season 2.
Most definitely. I think that jitters that she had, knowing that she was so close, she couldn't just get that last buckle off, man. And like you said, every single match she has always been crazy. Whether she wins or loses, she always is a great competitor. So I can't wait to see her and Vertebrae actually, start to tangle in this match.
Well, we won't have to wait very much longer. The ref has rung the bell, and now we're getting things going. And, Dr. Vertebrae locks up right away and, throws her head against her knee. And she's already starting off on the gas pedal, putting some work into Hatshepsut with a neck breaker right there.
Yeah, Vertebrae it started off fast. Let's see how long it takes her before she starts getting into her submissions, because you see her working on certain limbs. She's already worked on her arms, already worked on her back. You know what I'm saying? Dropping elbows to the chest. Let's just see how long it takes for she put her first lock in.
Dr. Vertebrae is really showing off her technician ability here, really just picking apart and wearing down Hatshepsut here and throwing her now into the turnbuckle. With the big, heavy foot stomps there in the corner. She is not letting up at all. This is definitely some aggression that we saw from Dr. Vertebrae early on in season 1, but it started to trail off there towards the end, and it seems like she's refinding her groove here in season 2. Goes for the pin. But it is too early, not even a 1 count.
That took the referee a little too long to get in position there.
Yeah, I agree with you. Oh, looked like Dr. Vertebrae really wanted to try to go off the top belt. Oh, well, Hatshepsut throws her over the ropes, and now we're spilled out outside the ring, and Hatshepsut says, look at this, Japan. I hope that you guys are feeling this. Oh, but she just turned her back to Dr. Vertebrae. Oh, but look at the athleticism and the slaps.
We've never seen her do a backflip before. She backflipped out of that suplex and countered with a slap, but Vertebrae said, nah, no showboating, get in this ring so we can go ahead and continue this match. And Hatshepsut tangles her up and says, I like us being outside, so get back outside. There you go.
Yeah, we're going right back outside the ring, and that is, of course, we've seen Hatshepsut go off the turnbuckles many a times, but as you said, we have not seen that athleticism of doing a backflip to reverse a move. Oh, what a heavy slaps coming from Dr. Vertebrae, and now the knee breaker there. And she's just going right back into where things were. Maybe Hatshepsut should have followed her outside the ring after she threw her out. The ref goes down for a pin, gets a 1, and then kicks out.
Yeah, Hatshepsut is very strong. Vertebrae, you gotta put a lock in there to wear her down somewhere. You're not gonna be able to pin her off little knick-knack hits like that.
Yeah, well, she's really seeming to wear Hatshepsut down. Oh, but Hatshepsut, right as I was saying that, gets the reversal and a good clothesline to take Dr. Vertebrae down. A second one, and we get a third one. Really getting that momentum going, and now Dr. Vertebrae in the corner, and Hatshepsut, big elbow across the face of Dr. Vertebrae, but a reversal of her own, and now Dr. Vertebrae going right back into that back neck breaker.
Yep. Right back to that arm in the back, man. She wearing her down. She wearing the limbs down. She's doing a great job of wearing the limbs down.
Ooh, a good slam there. Goes for the pin. We get a 1. There's a 2. Hatshepsut just in the nick of time kicks out. Dr. Vertebrae is not happy with the ref off of that one.
Yeah, I thought it was over. She broke.
It's the spinal tap. It's the spinal tap. She's got it in deep. The ref is checking, and it looks like it's getting close. Is Hat gonna tap here?
She said no. She said no. She wasn't tapping from that. Oh man! But let's just see if Dr. Vertebrae can put this away. Cause she locked in the spinal tap. She had it locked in good too.
Yeah, that was quite the. Oh, look at the strength from Dr. Vertebrae.
Wow. It's not too often we see her display strength like that.
No, and from a deadlift position as well. That was all strength right there. Pulls her from the ropes, goes for the pin off of that. Is this going to be enough? And it is. Dr. Vertebrae gets the W here in the episode of Season 2.
That was enough. When she put in that spinal tap, all she needed to do was make sure she stayed aggressive and didn't let Hat, be able to get a reversal and kind of, switch sides on that. And that was all she wrote.
What a victory right there. And besides a little bit of time in the middle of that match, this was basically Dr. Vertebrae in control from the bell ringing to the bell ring again.
Facts. That's a fact. She definitely was in control 90% of that match, easily.
Well, we talked about, of course, that the rest is what a doctor will suggest for you when it comes to recovery and getting yourself back into your 100% mode. And maybe that is exactly what Dr. Vertebrae needed, because, again, this is a type of aggression that we haven't seen from Dr. Vertebrae for quite some time, if I'm saying so myself. And Cal Wu, do you think that this is something that Dr. Vertebrae can continue up here in Season 2?
But sure. This is, like I said, she looked like she returned back to her old form. And like you said, that rest was what she needed. But talking about rest, do you think after that TLC match at the last pay-per-view, do you think Hatshepsut got plenty of rest after that? The grueling way that match affects the body.
Yeah, it's one of those things of, you would think with how long of a break that was taken that it would have been enough, but it doesn't seem like Hatshepsut is right at the moment. I mean, that was by far, if I'm going to use recollection of our past matches, seeing Hatshepsut, that was probably one of her weakest matches she's had here in the PSWF. So something must have happened, because remember, at that TLC, there were multiple times where they jumped out of the ring from the ladder, and that is such a hard fall onto basically very thin padding on the outside of the ring.
Definitely. And they, like you said, multiple times. 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 times, and then slamming each other from the top of the ladder even into the ring is still a 25-foot fall. So so just all of that compounding on the body over and over again. Yes, this was crazy.
Well, that is what we're having here at PSWF. What a great start here to the second episode of this. Again, I'm one of your co-hosts, Jeremy Culver, a.k.a. Darcy, and this is Cal Wu. And Cal Wu, we have such a great match to follow it up with it. Going into our tag team division here, looking at Animal Kingdom taking on Bullseye. Bullseye coming up with a big win last week. And Animal Kingdom, of course, one of the more dominant teams here in the tag team division. Cal Wu, how do you see this match shaping out?
Man, it's hard to say. Animal Kingdom is just dominant, as far as like pure power and strength display and the things that they do it with such animal ferocity. But Bullseye coming off the win that they had last week, that momentum might keep going and they actually might defeat Animal Kingdom here.
Well, we'll see, of course, how that's going to shape out. We are looking at the entrances right now, and of course, the skyscrapers here of the tag team division coming out now in Animal Kingdom, Pinky and Glorilla, and they are such a dominant force. Again, that size helps out so much in these matches, but it's not even just that. We've just seen the pure strength from some of these two in various matches. Pinky even putting somebody out in 2 moves. We've seen that happen here in the PSWF. Man. Is that something you think could come out here in this episode?
I don't think so. Especially not with Bobby and Matt. They are 2 tough contenders, and I don't see either one of them, tapping out or laying down after 2 moves, regardless of who landed on them.
Now, Kalu, this is the most interesting tag team, I would say, here in the division, because Animal Kingdom, while they've been so dominant, they've not been able to put things together when it comes to getting themselves in a title contention picture. And so my question for you is, what do you think you need to see from Animal Kingdom before they take that next step into a title picture and not just be seen as this dominant, this strong team in the tag team division that you don't want a chance?
They gotta mount more wins, and they gotta win when it count. They a lot of their wins is when it don't count. When it's time to put up and shut up for that contendership, they always lose, and that's the thing that I need to see. I need to see them win when it's time to contend. That's what they need to do. That's the most important thing.
Well, of course, Bullseye is coming in here with a victory last week, and so I have to ask, based off of that question, do you feel this is one of those times where it is a must-win, or do you feel that this is, again, one of those, it's now Bullseye that really has to, be looking up at the Animal Kingdom?
I'm going to say this match is Animal Kingdom's to lose. I feel like them losing would be more impactful. Yeah. But I'm rooting for Bullseye though. I like this tag team. They're very dynamic. They always have great matches as individuals, and as a tag team, they also have great matches. And they're finally able to put it together to start a mountain wins as a tag team, since they're actually the newest formed tag team in the PSWF. So hopefully that just keeps going, and we'll eventually see them in championship contention.
You're right. They are the newest formed tag team here. And, of course, things got a little slow for them to start off, but now things seem to be turning around. We get this match started with Glorilla and Bobby Houston inside the ring. Bobby blocked the first strike, but, there's the strength of Glorilla on display, catching that fist and then just going to work now on Bobby. But there is the rope break. And now Matt comes in saying,
let's go,
hey,
Matt.
That is my teammate, you back off. But, of course, he gets outside there, and Glorilla just gets things going right away again. Sizing up Bobby.
Yeah.
But Bobby able to turn things around for himself. Glorilla took too much time taunting there, and now Bobby might have just found the edge he needs to get this going in Bullseye's favor early in this matchup.
Definitely, and Bobby with those elbow rakes across Glorilla's face. Like, Bobby, I love watching Bobby wrestle because he's just so smooth as he transitioned from technique to technique. You can tell he's been doing this a while.
Yeah, definitely, and that was such a nice, sit-down bomb there in the corner coming off of the turnbuckles. And now, Matt going after the arms of Glorilla there, of course, knowing the strength that he has to neutralize. He goes for the pin, but does not. You get a 1 count. That might have been a little bit too ambitious from Matt there to go for that pin.
Sure. Who do we think he is? Pinky?
Well, he might think so. He's got Pinky lined up across the ring, and he said, look, anything you can do, I can do better. But it doesn't seem like he could do it that early here in this match against a competitor like Glorilla. And Glorilla is showing off that strength. And now, a Santon bomb there off of the ropes. And he goes into the pin and now, or the corner, and tagging in Pinky. And now it is the brute strength of this guy. And just there it is. Just show it off.
Just stop trying to grab me, you midget. Shove him off. But Matt said, listen, I'm going to punch you in the face and you're not going to shove me off no more. But Pinky countering the grab with elbows to the gut. Shaking off his little stun. And now he grabs him.
Now he's just showing off the strength. This is ridiculous. Oh my God. Pinky, no sense of remorse, just tossing Matt like he's a bag of sand outside the ring. And now he just follows him up. Oh, but Matt able to get him down before he could even do anything outside the ring. Just laying into the back of Pinky, finally puts him on the ground.
You know what I appreciate about Pinky is how he threw Matt out the ring and then stood there menacingly in the ring with his back turned to him. Like just the display of disrespect.
Oh, Matt showing off the muscles himself. But of course, again, you're looking at the ferocious feline here. Oh, he grabbing him by the throat. Oh,
it's a good punch. Matt said, I could be disrespectful too. Get over here. As he throws him to the corner. Are he going to make the tag? Nope. He just hits his head on the corner turnbuckle again. They chop to the throat. Oh, Matt getting jiggy with it. Clothesline.
Getting things going. Goes for the pin. We get a 1. Oh, and he kicks out at 1. Glorilla didn't even try to come in to break it up. He knew there's no way that Pinky is going out that early. And now we get a tag in. Bobby Houston coming in with some big strikes. Oh, but Pinky catches it. Gets it with a big gut punch there. And now showing off the strength again. Is he going to throw him out too? Oh, no, he doesn't. He throws him under the ropes.
I thought he was. With the big step.
Man, this is one of those things where, again, it is so hard to tackle Pinky consistently in the matches. This is a 7-foot, 300-plus pound feline that you have to try to tackle yourself. And it really requires you to just take apart the limbs one by one because you're not going to just be able to level him so fast.
Definitely.
Ooh, got the hot tag.
Hot tag. Oh, but Matt stopped Glorilla from swinging, grabbed him, threw him to the turnbuckle, chopped him in the throat, and he getting jiggy with that clothesline again. Let's go, Matt.
Ooh, what a big clothesline to the corner. Goes after Glorilla, but Glorilla able to reverse it. Oh, but a big boot to the face. Catches Glorilla sleeping, goes for the pin. There's a 1, and he kicks out.
And Pinky really hurt. He's still laid out on the ground outside the ring. Like, the Bullseye need to take advantage of this while Pinky's still out of commission.
That is correct. This is a handicap position at the moment, but oh my God, these vicious elbows to Bobby Houston. Oh, what a bomb, and it goes for the pin. We get a 1, we get a 2. Matt's not coming in. Oh, but he kicks out.
I was about to be like, Matt, what are you doing? But Matt know Bobby better than we do.
Oh, man, that was a close one. But, yeah, Matt must have felt confident that Bobby would not get pinned out there. Now we go for the tag. Oh, and a super kick! A double super kick from the tree trunks of a leg from them. Oh, but Bobby gets out of the way. Pinky thought that he was going to be able to put Bobby away with that leg drop, and Bobby gets out of the way, brings him over to the corner. Oh, but a reversal from right there. It's one of those things where you just, right when you think that Bullseye has an advantage that they can capitalize on, Animal Kingdom just really turns things back around and shows off that strength.
Definitely, and Pinky with the strength, man. Like, just jumping on Bobby Houston's arm like that. Do you understand how much that hurts? That's a 300-pound feline.
Oh, yeah, and Pinky went for the pin there. Matt able to get in and break it up. And now we got Glorilla and Matt battling it out outside the ring. Pinky in the corner. Oh my God, a running power bomb from Glorilla outside the ring. Oh,
Bobby Houston jump with the punches. 2, 3. Oh, I thought he was going to give us more. Man, Bobby
gosh.
Houston. My goodness.
Oh no, but Pinky shakes it off. And now, oh no. Oh, but Bobby reverses it. It goes into the German suplex.
Oh my goodness. He got that 300-pound feline up into the air and onto his back.
You talked about, do you got to show off the strength to lift a 300-pound feline? And he said, look, I got that strength and more. And he keeps it up, and Pinky with the leg catch there and just rips him down to the ground. Matt is laid out outside the ring. There's the big drop onto Bobby Houston. Is this it? It is!
Oh, and Matt came in too late. My goodness. Woo! My goodness. They could not take advantage of that 2-on-1. They could not take advantage of that 2-on-1.
Cal Wu, that last several minutes of the match was just fire left and right, going back blow for blow. The Titans fighting one another. How did you feel about that finish?
Man, like I said, I didn't see Bullseye losing after those last couple minutes, but Pinky is just too much. As we've seen in tag team matches and in solo matches, when Pinky gets going, Pinky just becomes too much.
Well, again, when you have such weight just coming down in a focal point of an elbow right on your chest, it's hard not to be put out by that. That is a tough thing to do. Bobby Houston should not feel embarrassed that he took that final blow from Pinky there. And like you said, Matt just barely couldn't get in on time to break that up. Glorilla doing just enough to Matt on the outside of the ring to make sure that was going to be their victory in their hands.
Definitely. That, like I said, Animal Kingdom, I'm just going to chalk that up to experience. They got way more experience than Bullseye, as we stated before. Bullseye being the most newly formed tag team in the PSWF. They bound to still have things that they got to get over, especially against the experience with a team like the Animal Kingdom.
100%. But everyone, let's look at what's going to be coming up here on the rest of the show. We have a matchup that was called out to actually have happen. I know that we've had this in recent weeks, but this one seems to have a little bit more at stake added. Bill Gates called out BAT to fight in this week's matchup. BAT, of course, has not picked up a victory here, and Bill Gates feels like this is the person that he is going to pick apart and make them feel like they're the lowest here in the PSWF. Taking off here in the next matchup, and then we have such a great triple threat right after that, Kalwu.
Yeah, definitely. Lunt, Stignotic, and Darcy in a triple threat match. Now, Lunt and Stignotic are no strangers to each other, especially with all the matches that they've had against each other. You throw Darcy in the mix, and that's like a perfect stew. It's gonna be crazy.
And we'll see, of course, what comes out of that triple threat, and then we follow it up with a matchup that I'm really looking forward to. The Samurai taking on Mayo Menace. The Samurai, of course, one of our most dominant early champions here in recent in the PSWF, and then in recent weeks has been in this up and down, but picked up a great win last week over BAT. And Mayo Menace, one of the fan favorites here of the PSWF, making his presence felt here in week 2. And then we got a great main event, Kalwu, that I think you're excited for.
Most definitely. It is Bear Arms versus the Thomas Dynasty. This is a rivalry that we've been seeing brewing since the tag team division has started between these two teams, with the Thomas Dynasty at first dominating Bear Arms, but Bear Arms got the last laugh since the last pay-per-view, stripping the Thomas Dynasty of the title.
Yeah, and so now, of course, we're going to see how this shapes up, and is this the time frame that Thomas Dynasty is going to invoke their rematch clause from their championship run? But, of course, again, we've talked about it. Bill Gates taking on BAT here. BAT, such a strong performance last week, but still just not enough to pick up that victory. And like I said, Bill Gates said, you know what, BAT? I'm going to make everyone in this locker room know that you're the lowest on the totem pole, not myself, because Bill Gates does have some wins. Kalwu, how are you feeling about this matchup?
Yeah, this matchup is a great matchup because Bill Gates is seen as one of the lower tier wrestlers in the PSWF, and BAT with his record is definitely down there. But Bill Gates said, hey, don't you put us in the same sentence unless it's a match. And Bill Gates got what he asked for, and now this is to compete and see who's actually the lowest tier wrestler in the PSWF.
Yes, as you said, of course, a lot of people talk about Bill Gates' age and his size, and of course they say, as you said, lowest wrestler here in the PSWF. But of course, we're talking about now one of the wrestlers that has had a number of wins here in the PSWF that now you cannot justifiably say he's the lowest because there's only one wrestler with no wins, and that's BAT.
Facts. That's a fact, and that's why Bill Gates wanted this match to happen, so he can shut the naysayers up and set the record straight.
Yeah, and so, of course, there's Bill Gates coming down to the ring. And Bill Gates, of course, picked up that most, phenomenal win by tapping out Lionel Jade in in the season 1 episodes. And, of course, that caught all of us off guard. And that wasn't his only win that he picked up. Bill Gates picking up another win a few weeks later. So, Kyle Wu, do you think that this is another one where Bill Gates will add the W to his win column?
It might be, because honestly, what was that? That week of that triple threat tag match where he was with Cal Wu, and he got the title, the Mosquito. He's gonna pick at you and pick at you and pick at you and pick at you until he draws all the blood that he needs to survive. And I don't see him doing anything different in this match.
Well, the one that we'll have to see if they do anything different is going to be BAT. We talked about it following last week's episode, following his last match, that what he did in that last match, he needs to build off of, because that was the most dominant performance BAT has put together since he just came out and basically destroyed Ben Nyson in his debut. But since then has basically been, instead of a dominant figure, the wasp of the locker room, he's basically been the fly, and he's just been swatted away left and right.
That is a fact. That is a fact. And you can see the intent in his eyes. He's focused. He's ready. He's looking at the crowd, telling you, "Hey, shut your mouth." As they talk to him, and he don't like that. One of these days, it's gonna interpret in the ring. I know it.
Well, we'll have to see if it is here tonight, because, of course, BAT is in dire need to get a win here in the PSWF. Of course, if he doesn't continue to lose, it's going to be, when is the time that he's going to get the pink slip and say, get out the road, because, of course, we need to make way for someone else who can win here in the PSWF.
Most definitely. He keep him out in these L's. He's definitely going to get that pink slip soon, and it'll be very soon.
All right, well, of course, we're going to find out right here, right now. Will this be the match that BAT finally gets his first win? The ref is seeing everybody's ready, rings the bell, and here we get going. Oh, and he gets a quick jab into the face of Bill Gates, and now starts to lift him up. And where is he taking him? He's going to drop him right face first into the top turnbuckle.
Yeah, Bill Gates got that helmet on to give him a little resistance, but I don't know how much it is with how high he came down on that turnbuckle.
Yeah, and BAT going to work onto Bill Gates. It goes for that early pin, thinks that he's done enough already, but no, only gets a 1 count, and Bill Gates able to kick out. Ooh.
Bill Gates with the counter.
There he goes. This could be the turnaround Bill Gates needs already. We talked about it before that BAT in his early matches would always start off with maybe 1-2 moves, and then it would just be all his opponent from there. And now it's starting to look like, could this be the case for this one? No! BAT able to turn it around. Oh, but Bill Gates with the reversal himself.
Bill Gates, the Mosquito. That's what he's doing. But BAT with the freaking leg lift suplex. Missed the kick, but grabbed Bill Gates and stays right on top of him.
Oh, look at the strength! Catching him from the air and then just dropping him in the back. But Bill Gates does not give up so easily. A kick to the head, and now he's turned things back around. And what a big haymaker to the stomach there from Bill Gates.
We don't see Bill Gates being too technical, but right now he's showing that he got technical capability. But as he just brawls and punches BAT in the ear, like, no respect at all.
No respect at all, but look at this. Oh, what a kick to the face, and BAT is hurting. BAT is hurting off of this. Bill Gates putting on a show already here in Season 2. BAT not finding the momentum that we thought he would potentially carry from last week's episode. Oh, Bill Gates is sizing him up. Oh, right into the chest.
Bill Gates is one of the most entertaining wrestlers that we have in the PSWF, where how he executed his move when he transitioned, like that soldier march to the other side of the ring is hilarious.
Goes for the pin, and a close 2 count there from Bill Gates. BAT thinking that he had more time to catch his breath, but he almost did it. But he comes back with a good snap, arm snap there, and now puts Bill Gates onto the mat himself. Oh, now showing off the strength. Slapping him face first into the mat. And now, what are we going to see from here? He's sizing Bill Gates up.
Powerbomb. Powerbomb.
Could that be it? Could BAT get his first win?
Dude.
No!
Oh, the mosquito. The mosquito kicks out. It was so close, but the mosquito kicks out.
Oh my God, I think all the BAT fans around the world were holding their breath there. They thought it was it. Oh, but a tornado DDT from Bill Gates.
DDT, let's go. Bill Gates, like I said, he's one of the most entertaining wrestlers we have in the PSWF. But BAT with the counter punching, gut punches to Bill Gates as he grabs him, belly-to-belly suplex overhead.
Oh, and BAT showing the muscles there. But this is not a time to celebrate, BAT. You have not gotten a win here in PSWF. You need to continue to focus on your opponent. Oh, but he shows off that strength and takes him right into the mat. Oh, but Bill Gates gets out of the way. He locks him down. This is the one move that he made Lionel J tap with.
It is.
And he has it locked in. Is this it? Is this going to be it? Will Bill Gates walk out the victor? No, he lets him go. He lets him go. Oh, but he goes for the pin. He didn't want the submission. He wanted the pin. We get a 2. No, he kicks out.
So close. So close. BAT, he's not going out. He's not going out easy. He you know what I'm saying? He don't take lightly to Bill Gates' disrespect. So he's not going out of there easy.
What a match so far. This has been such a back and forth one. And Bill Gates currently in the driver's seat of this matchup, but you never know what's going to happen. And here he goes. Your favorite move, Cal Wu. Walk into the corner, and he's calling that
the ants go marching. The ants go marching.
Woo! The drive to the chest. Oh, and he's sizing him up.
With a big punch to the face off the side of the rope.
Is this it? I don't know if this is it. It is!
Oh my God, yo!
Bill Gates is your winner.
Bill the Mosquito Money Gates. My goodness. My goodness.
What a match here. PSWF. Cal Wu, take me through your thoughts.
Like I said, I love watching Bill Gates wrestle. Whether he win or lose, Bill Gates is the most entertaining wrestler in the PSWF, easily. And the fact that he called BAT out and said, "Hey, don't put us in the same sentence. He don't got my wins. He don't got my money. And let's put this to rest." And he actually put it to rest after a call out. The last call out Bill Gates had, he took an L. But this time he got the W, man. I am amazed.
What a performance from Bill Gates. And let's just really, I have to say, we got to give a lot of credit to what Bill Gates puts out there, because the resiliency that this man showed at his age to come back and win even after he got taken for a big power bomb from BAT and just slammed so hard against that ring, the mat. I thought it was done there, but he come back to get the win.
Yeah, like I said, man, I am amazed. I felt that BAT was gonna go ahead and get his chance to slink a win out there, but with that L, I don't know. Like he, at this point, he's gonna have to start facing some of the tag team competitors in a one-on-one match and seeing if he can get him a W that way.
I think BAT may need to go back to the drawing board. He's got to rethink his approach, rethink his drive and determination here in PSWF, because what's going on right now ain't working, and he needs something different. So
yeah.
We'll have to see what comes from this, how things shape out for BAT as we move forward here. But of course, Bill Gates picks up that big victory for the match. And I also want to take a time, if you did not hear that announcement that we had last week's episode, you're in luck. If you love here and what you're seeing at PSWF and you want to continue to support us making this product, then you have the best way to do it right now, and that is with our official merch that has launched, that you're seeing right here. And Cal, talk to me about the excitement of getting this merchandise out there.
Listen, it's been a long time coming with the PSWF merch. We finally got it. And like I said, go and get your merch if you haven't already. Get you a mug, get you a hoodie, get you a sweatshirt, get you a t-shirt, get you something. Stickers, whatever, get you something. It's great. And that helps support what we're doing here at PSWF.
Yeah, and of course, again, all this merchandise here is available right now for you to pick up. So go check it out, see what you like, and of course, also give some feedback on the merchandise. If there is a product that you would love to see the PSWF merchandise on and you don't see it, you let us know and we'll see if that PSWF merch can happen. But now it's time to take our attention back to the matches, and we're now got another great one coming up. We talked about it, the triple threat of Darcy, Thicknotic, and Lunt. Lunt and Thicknotic in the title picture for so long. Look, Thicknotic being our first champion and our first multi-time champion. But now Darcy thrown into the mix of this matchup. Calwu, how do you feel about Darcy's presence in what has already been two people that have main evented multiple matches and multiple shows?
I feel like this is a step up for Darcy, especially if he can pick up a win here. Like we've seen Darcy struggle at first, and then eventually Darcy start mounting up wins. And as his, even in the tag teams, they started picking up wins too. So this is going to be a great opportunity for him to see him and face off against ex-contenders and put his name in the hat for one of those solo titles too, honestly.
Yeah, as we talked about, and as you just said, Darcy had struggled quite a bit when it first started off. Darcy has currently the shortest time in the Royal Rumble in PSWF history at 13 seconds. And of course, then it started a string of losses. But when Darcy finally got a chance in that tag team division, it's been night and day with Darcy, and he's put on some phenomenal performances since then, and the confidence seems to have returned to Darcy. And now seeing him here in a triple threat matchup, this could be, as you said, a big stepstone for him to get his name into those title pictures, in the singles title pictures, not just the tag team.
Definitely. And honestly, one of my favorite finishers is by Darcy. Corner to corner, and I hope I get to see it this match.
We will get to see if that's going to happen here. Of course, it is going to be a little more difficult when you have a third competitor that could break that up. But of course, Darcy not afraid to take those chances, as we've seen time and time again. And that was also one of my favorite openings. I mean, who does not love some pyro with an entrance? And Darcy always brings that here. But now we see Lunt, and the calm, cool, collected person that he is, coming to the ring. But we haven't seen him not be so calm in recent weeks. Remember, he did call out one of his opponents and lost from that call out.
Yeah, he did. He was like, hey, I ain't gonna lose, you a loser. Face me in this ring. And took a big fat L. And that has hurt him. He's pretty much been taking L since then. But hopefully Lunt can turn that around.
Well, of course, we did have that break. Maybe he was able to calm himself down, find himself, refocus, and become that Lunt that we saw from the early onset here at PSWF. And of course, this is the person that he has challenged multiple times, had some great matches with, of course, in our former champion of Thicknotic. And of course, Cal Wu, a lot of people love Thicknotic. Thicknotic, of course, not holding that title currently. So what do you think that Thicknotic needs to do to regain that momentum that he had been building and looking forward to get back into the title picture? Because, of course, a champion like Thicknotic, or a former champion like Thicknotic, doesn't want to stay down below too long.
Right. I completely agree. I think what Thignotic needs to do is go ahead and start building the blocks to get back there. And that's going to start with a win tonight. He has to focus on Lunt first, since they have that rivalry, and I'm pretty sure Lunt is going to focus on him. And then every chance he get to get away from Lunt, focus on Darcy and kind of whittle Darcy down little by little, and not give Darcy that opportunity to be the high flyer that he is. Because once Darcy starts landing those high flying moves, he's a hard competitor to beat.
Well, of course, Thignotic is going to make sure that anything in his power will be with his hand at the end of this match, raised high above his head, walking out the victor. And of course, the crowd really does enjoy our former champion here. He is one of the fan favorites of the PSWF. But again, a triple threat, you never know how it's going to shape out. That's always the most intriguing thing, because sometimes alliances form inside the ring, and also the backstabbing happens inside the ring. Oh, and Darcy and Lunt go right after each other right away. Lunt getting some early moves onto Darcy, and Thignotic taking the time to just rest in the corner.
That was interesting, watching them clash kicks. That was definitely interesting.
Yeah. Oh, Thignotic does not show any alliances here in the ring. Goes right after Lunt and then turns right around and goes after Darcy. Darcy thought he had some chance to catch his breath and taunt a little bit, but Thignotic really putting some punches to his face. And oh, now Lunt coming with the strikes. Ooh. And that is something you gotta fear if you are Thignotic.
And Darcy with the showboat. And he's like, listen, I'm going to go ahead and get the crowd into this, and you guys go ahead and hold my beer for a little bit.
What a move there from Lunt. A backflip off the ropes into a neck breaker. And then Darcy, drops Lunt onto his head.
And thing is Lunt did exactly what he was supposed to do, but he couldn't capitalize on Darcy's taunt, and he waited too long. And Darcy's actually taking advantage of Thignotic. Ooh, but misses his high flyer. And Thignotic just takes the time to taunt a little bit and lay the strike, and now he's grabbing Darcy.
Yeah, it's one of those things where it seems like these competitors, dropping Darcy onto the turnbuckle. Lunt coming in to break that up. But as I was saying, it really seems like these competitors really want to get the crowd into it, and so they're not afraid to taunt even when their opponent is right next to them. And of course, Thignotic taking Lunt into the corner and now trying to put in some work while Darcy is outside the ring. This is the time, of course, to capitalize on that.
Most definitely. And plus, one of the things the crowd appreciates is disrespect. And what's more disrespectful than taunting in the face of your opponent?
Oh, and he locks it in. Darcy seems lost. I don't know what he's doing. Oh, but he finally breaks it up.
Darcy was letting him butter him up a little bit. But Darcy taunted, looked like he got his aims on Thignotic. Oh, Thignotic popped him in the mouth. He said, you don't shoot me, I'm going to pop you in the mouth several times.
Why you gonna bring a gun to a fist fight and just pops him right in the jaw right as he does that? And now, of course, putting in the work onto Darcy, and Lunt taking the opportunity to get some taunts in, saying, Thignotic, bring it. And now put in some work. Oh, he tried to throw him into the corner, but Darcy was right there to break it up. Oh, and now Thignotic with the reversal. That might have been the downfall for Lunt, because now we got some big strikes coming in from Thignotic, and there he goes with the thick flip. Oh, and a back neck breaker there from Darcy. And now he goes for the pin onto Lunt, but the ref is stuck. He goes for the pin now. 1, 2. Oh, close.
The ref took too long to get over there. Darcy had that match in a bag. Thanks to Thignotic, Darcy had that match in a bag. Darcy
could have walked out the victor, but as you said, the ref took too long to get there. You get a good neck breaker there from Lunt. Goes for the pin. It's a 1. It's a 2. Oh, it was not a 2, a 1 count. And Thignotic back in.
Darcy's not gonna fall to something like that. That was a bit weak.
You know, Lunt might have thought that there was enough damage done to Darcy early on in the match that would put him away. Oh, but Darcy coming over and putting in some work onto Thignotic, and he tries to throw him into the same corner that Lunt is, and of course that's not gonna work. He decides, I'm gonna just take the time to catch my breath while Thignotic does a reversal onto Lunt and gets some things going. Oh, Darcy comes in with the back punch to the back of the head, and then throws Lunt race first into that turnbuckle. Oh, and Lunt went for that. Oh, and Lunt, look at this move.
He locks in the spinal tap. He locks in the spinal tap as well.
Oh my God. Oh, Thicknotic is going for the top. There's a 1. There's a 2. Oh, and he breaks it up right there.
They need to retire that gun taunt because every person that used the gun taunt got hit in the mouth.
Yeah, the gun taunt is definitely not working for the. You called it. He's sizing him up.
There it goes.
He's sizing him up.
Let's go.
He's going
across the corner.
Lut is still down. Still trying to get up. There he goes. He goes for it.
Thicknotic is trying to get down.
Oh, he connects him and
busting him open. Let's go. Let's go.
And Lut is
this is awesome.
Oh, but Lut goes for the pin. Darcy's like, Darcy was like, that was my pin, Lut.
He's calling. He said, look at disrespectful bovine. Get out of here. Penny, Dar, no! What are you doing? You're supposed to pin Thicknotic, Dar, no.
Oh, with the strikes from Darcy.
Like, I know Love pissed you off, but man, Thicknotic was your target, man. And you guys gave this man a chance to come back.
This could be the turnaround that Thicknotic needed. Oh, but Darcy gets the reversal. Says, get off me. Now he has Thicknotic. Big elbow to the face, goes for the pin. Is this it? Will Darcy walk out the winner? No! Only a 1 count.
Come on, go up top, Dar. This your chance.
What a performance so far. This triple threat has been exciting. Oh, and a big belly-to-belly there from Thicknotic. And Lut is stuck, cannot figure out how to get back in. There we go. And he catches Thicknotic not looking. And he sizes him up. Oh, he does the thick attack to Thicknotic.
He hit him with his own finisher, but Dar wouldn't let him finish it.
And Darcy was there to break it up.
Good stop, Dar.
Darcy said, I am not walking out as the loser. A big neck breaker there from Darcy. He goes for the pin. Will this be it? There's a 1. No. Not enough to put Lunt away.
And when I talk about disrespect, when you hit a man with his own finisher, that is the ultimate disrespect.
That was very disrespectful there from Lunt. Hitting thick attack on Thicknotic. Oh.
He missed.
Darcy kicked Lunt in the side of the head with some little flips. Oh, and he goes for the corner. Darcy, what are you doing? And a sit-down power bomb.
Oh my goodness. Oh, good dodge and a kick to the ass. Let's go with an arm drag takedown. Darcy with the kick to the face.
Oh my God, what a performance so far. Darcy trying to put Lunt away. Oh, but Lunt able to get out of the way. Darcy's got to be careful. There it is. There's the close shave, and it busted him open. Thicknotic not to his feet yet. Could this be it? 1, 2. No, it's not.
That's a kick out. Oh my God. This is crazy. This match is amazing, yo.
What a performance.
The moves that are happening here. And Darcy has been down for a long time. But he's slowly getting back to his feet. Don't taunt. Don't taunt.
Lunt did the wrong time, and now he sizes Lunt up.
Can we get another person being busted open? We got 2 people being busted open. Can we get a third? Can we get a third?
Oh my God, and Thicknotic is letting it happen. He's just watching it. Darcy sizes him up. Oh, he kicks him.
And kick Lunt in the side of the head while he's hanging upside down. This is awesome. And
he goes for the pin. Oh, but Thicknotic is right there. Darcy, you didn't realize it. Oh, DDT.
This is great. Is he going to target Lunt with this? Can he get it? He lands it.
Go for it, Darcy. Go for it, Darcy. What are you doing?
What are you doing? Tell him it's over.
Oh, no.
I would let Darcy in. Come on, Dunner. What are you doing?
Is this it? Did Darcy miss out on his chance too?
go. Let's go. This match is bananas, yo.
Oh, the
This
Lud
match is
kicks.
bananas.
The Lud kicks into the match. Oh my God! And he gets the close shave.
Everybody eating it. Everybody was eating the close shave. Everybody's getting it.
1, 2.
Oh, another kick out. Luck may need a new finisher.
Oh,
That's the
my.
third time the close shave has been kicked out this match.
Oh my
goodness.
God! This
Oh.
match has been insane.
My
Oh my!
goodness.
What a performance from these three here in the ring, and the crowd is loving it.
Big attack.
Oh.
Big attack. Let's go.
Darcy's trying to get to his feet. There's the 1. There's the 2. Oh,
Darcy managed to stop the count. Oh, Darcy stopped the count. Oh, you gonna get it? Let's go. Tell the world Hurricane. Let's go. Dark hype.
Darcy's feeling it. Oh, Darcy's going to the corner. Is he gonna try to pull it off again? Oh my God, he lands it.
Moonsault.
Go for the pin. Darcy, go for the win. 1, 2, 3. Darcy, you win.
Let's go. Darcy pulled the win out. Let's go. That match was flipping incredible, yo. That match was so incredible.
Oh
my goodness.
God, what an amazing match here at PSWF. Cal Wu, I mean, you said it, but I got to hear your thoughts on how that match shaped out.
That was crazy. Man, not only did I get to see Darcy go corner to corner once, but I got to see it twice. And not only did I see him kick out from the close shave once, I saw him kick out from the close shave twice. My goodness. Darcy deserved that win. That match was amazing from start to finish. Watching the rivalry between Lunt and Thick Nodic, and then watching Darcy throw a wrench in there and go, you two losers, y'all time has come and gone. Y'all are over with. Now it's Darcy's time.
Oh my gosh, Cal Wu, what a match. And it's kind of, as you said, just the heartbreak and the edge of your seat feeling at every time we saw it. I mean, Lunt even did Thick Attack to Thick Nodic, tried to put him away, and he didn't. Like, Darcy was right there to break it up. You had the close shave back and forth. You had Thick Nodic doing his Thick Attack onto Lunt, and just Darcy barely breaking it up at a 3. Woo!
Man,
we talk about PSWF brings the adrenaline. That was adrenaline-filled match right there.
Definitely, all facts. That was listen, that match is bananas for sure.
Well, I mean, don't get me wrong. I would love to see something top that match tonight, but I do not know if we will see something top that match. But we do have 2 more matches to go through, Cal Wu, so we got to compose ourselves and let's change our attention to Samurai versus Mayo Menace. Cal Wu, what do you think about this matchup?
The Samurai definitely needs a win here, so he can get back to his winning ways and get himself back in, championship contention. Mayo Menace definitely needs this win as well, because during one of the pay-per-views, he used his Money in the Bank to turn a championship match into a triple threat match and lost it, and that's how Ben Nyson actually won the match.
You're right.
And that was crazy. And that wasn't even a title match.
No, it was not. It was not. It was a singles matchup between Thick Nodic and Ben Nyson, and then Mayo tried to cash in, thought he had the right opportunity, did not happen, and then Nyson took the belt from Thick Nodic out of it, and then when Mayo Menace decided to try to actually get the title, did not happen, and Thick Nodic, of course, could not retain the title from Ben Nyson, and Ben Nyson's been our champion since. So, yes, this is a time that Mayo might be able to finally get things going for himself, but of course we got to make sure that he uses just the right of Mayo when it comes to his matches, because when he gets too much, that's when it just becomes such a sloppy mess. But now the Samurai coming in here to get things started, as you talked about, Samurai, one of our top competitors for so long here in the PSWF, and then went on that rocky roller coaster road for a little bit. Finally, seems to maybe have gotten his footing with a big win last week. So, Cal Wu, do you think that is something that we're going to see from the Samurai here in this matchup, building off of that experience of last week, or do you feel like that last week's matchup might have just been, you know, in a sense, and not to throw some shade at BAT, but it was a match against a lower opponent that it was always inevitable that the Samurai was going to take that win?
I feel like that match was the Samurai's to lose. I feel like he came away from the way of the Samurai a little bit in those losses that he had, because we didn't see signature techniques that he used to put the match away. We didn't see him use the beheading technique. We didn't see him use the seppuku. He didn't do any of those techniques that we see that he's done in every match that he's won. And that started his losing ways, but then we've seen a few of them during his match against BAT. So it looks like he's corrected his path, and now he's back on the path of being a Samurai.
Yeah, he used his seppuku last week. We still didn't see the big knee strikes that we have come to know from the Samurai in his early runs. But as you talked about, maybe last week, getting that seppuku out, showing that victory, maybe we're going to start to see that, that snowball go into effect for the Samurai and bring him back to the dominance that we come to know from the Samurai here. And of course, as you see, the crowd loves his entrance, just really taking in the sights of what's going on here. And now, of course, we're getting so close to this matchup going on. I do say every time, as much as I love the Samurai, this entrance is one of the longest entrances here in PSWF history. It kind of seems to harken back to a very, Hall of Fame-esque wrestler. I think his name was the Taker Under or something of that nature. It really takes a long time for it to happen, but of course, Mayo Menace now coming down to the ring to get this thing going.
That's Sosa Mayo, one of our funnest contenders. Everybody loves Mayo Menace. Everybody in the locker room loves him. The crowd loves him. He's just well loved in the PSWF, and he just need to get back to his winning ways and get back to contendership, so we can see Mayo hold one of the titles one of these days for sure.
Yeah, I think a lot of people in the PSWF locker room and the fans in the arena would love to see Mayo Menace at some point hold one of these titles and bring some, Mayo love here to the PSWF locker room. And of course, it is time now for this match to get started. Mayo Menace taking on the Samurai. And what is going on here? Seems like they have something that they're discussing. Oh, what is this, Hunter Frost?
What is Hunter Frost doing?
Hunter Frost seems to have just come down to the ring out of nowhere. Now, of course, this has been a rivalry that ran for a long time. These two, Hunter Frost taking the OMG Championship belt away from the Samurai. And that's interesting. Throws a little bit of a wrinkle into this matchup. The Samurai now cannot fully focus onto this match.
Oh, maybe that's a fire that he needs that's gonna help him focus, because he definitely dodged Mayo Menace and went right there and just off the rope, hit him in the head, and now he's just mounting those strikes that we love to see the Samurai do. Like, his strikes are deadly.
It seems like the Samurai may have learned some dance moves during his time frame, because I don't think I've ever seen the Samurai pull off some dance moves to that elbow drop there. But of course, now Mayo Menace getting out of the way of that move and now throwing the Samurai out to the side of the ring. And the Samurai is feeling, what is going on? What is the ref doing?
No, it looked like Mayo was trying to distract the referee, honestly.
I'm not quite sure what exactly took place right there, but the Samurai with a big kick to the head and now throwing some taunts towards Mayo's way. Ooh, with a big kick to the side of his face. And now some heavy strikes.
I gotta ask, do you think that was one of Mayo's ways to get Hunter Frost to go over there and mess with the Samurai during the match?
I don't know. Did we just unintentionally or unbeknownst to us find out that Mayo Menace and Hunter Frost are partners, are friends? We're gonna find out here as things are going on. But Mayo putting in some work onto the Samurai, dropping him on his head, and the ref has gotten all the way up to 7, and they still have not gotten into the ring. It's now at 8. Oh, Mayo finally gets in, and the Samurai follows right after. Oh, what strength! What strength on display from Mayo Menace.
And talk about 300 plus pound wrestlers. Mayo Menace is no slouch. That man, that is a big man.
That is a big man with a lot of strength as well. And oh, look at that power bomb onto the Samurai. Goes for the pin. We get a 1 count, and Samurai, though, kicks out before a 2.
And Mayo Menace pissed off, stumping him in the chest, grabs him now, picks him up, and what is he going to do? Spinning punch to the mouth of the Samurai.
Ooh, using that momentum of his swing there, but oh, the Samurai catches that leg kick and then puts Mayo back onto the mat. And Cal, we're going to ask you, obviously Hunter Frost made his presence known here to start this match off, but he's been sitting there just on the sideline, just watching this matchup. Do you think that that's actually going to continue? What a double backflip, though, from the Samurai. Goes in for the pin. There's a 2 count. Oh, and he kicks out.
I don't know. I don't know if the Samurai wins or loses. Will Hunter Frost come in and lay damage to him? Like, oh, they exchanging blows. Oh, with the clothesline outside the ring. The referee seemed to be telling the Samurai to chill out.
The Samurai giving some words over to Hunter Frost, and the Samurai putting some big punches over there. What is going on? They're sizing each other up here outside the ring. Oh, but
the Samurai still Mayo into Hunter Frost. The Samurai, he got his wits about him. Hunter Frost thought he was playing mind games, but the Samurai in our break seems to have refocused, and he's like, listen, I am as focused as I've ever been in the PSWF.
Oh, and he does a backflip onto Mayo Menace. Hunter Frost is still outside the ring. Has not gotten to his feet yet. The Samurai telling Mayo to get to his feet, and he's sizing him up. What are we going to see here? Oh, a big elbow off the top of the turnbuckle. Oh, it's seppuku!
Seppuku!
Goes for the pin. 1, 2. Oh, but he kicks out.
And Mayo kicks out of the seppuku. It ain't too often we see somebody kick out of that.
You're right. We don't see it very often, but it does happen every now and then. But the thing that has not come out still, though, is those big knees and big kicks in the corner here from the Samurai. That's always when those combinations come together. It's basically spells, sleep tight, basically, for your opponents, as the Samurai always walks out as victor.
Definitely.
Oh, but there's the knee.
Yes.
There's the knee. And now he's sizing him up. Are we going to see seppuku again? No. What is this?
He picks the big 300-pound monster and knees him in the mouth.
And he goes for the pin. And there it is, the victory from the Samurai. What a big victory.
Still hurt. My goodness. And Hunter Frost is still outside the ring hurt.
What?
My goodness.
What a match, but the Hunter Frost appearance is still such a mystery here that's gone on in this matchup. But Cowboy, tell me about your thoughts on this match.
This match was crazy. I thought we were going to see Hunter Frost go in and interfere in the middle of the match, but he kept his composure until the action came out his way, and the Samurai started jawing off at each other, and then Mayo Menace thought he had an opening. And the Samurai showed his quick wit and dismantled both of them with one dodge and a throw, and then he just had the match from there. Definitely the Samurai was on his A game this match, and man, yeah. Whew.
Whew, what a match there that happened. And of course, Mayo Menace kicking out of the Seppuku. That was an interesting thing, but it definitely was the Samurai's match for most of that time. The Mayo got some moves in here and there, but of course the Samurai really controlled that match. But now we got to figure out again, how is this playing into the factor of the Samurai versus Hunter Frost? Is the Samurai going to go back and try to challenge for that title? Will Hunter Frost even allow him to challenge for that title? Because we've already seen, of course, the rematch clause be invoked in that title. But of course, now let's turn our attention to the main event. We have Bear Arms taking on the Thomas Dynasty. Again, a title change that happened at our last pay-per-view. Bear Arms stripping the Thomas Dynasty of their titles. Kawu, how do you feel about this matchup for our main event?
This match is going to be crazy because the Thomas Dynasty held the tag team titles from its conception all the way up until the last pay-per-view, and they defended it quite a few times against Animal Kingdom, against who else did they?
Smack Talkers.
Smack Talkers, and then they have that triple threat match that they did it with the ladder triple threat tag match. So they've held their own and defended it quite a few times, and for them to fall to Bear Arms was sad. The Thomas Dynasty was disappointed, but this match is going to be crazy. This is probably one of the biggest rivalries in the tag team division for sure.
Well, it's definitely a rivalry that puts an interesting spin to it because, as you said, Thomas Dynasty and most of their rivalries or most of their challenges, they've been the title holders. This is the first time that they're not the title holders heading into a matchup, and that's going to be the more interesting part of this, is how does that change the dynamics of the match and as that match unfolds. And so, of course, we're going to see here what's going to be going on, and of course, the first ones coming down to the ring are our current champions in Bear Arms, and of course, this is a tag team that is, basically one that you do not want to cross very often. They bring a definite imposing aura to themselves as they come down to the ring with those sledgehammers in hand. Hey, Cal Wu, let's just kind of recap a little bit for those that don't know. Bear Arms, started off as a tag team that struggled to get a win. They struggled together to find their own, to find their footing, and it took a long period of time before finally things seemed to click. But once they clicked, it was like lightning in a bottle.
For sure. Their uphill travel was hard. But as soon as they reached the peak, that downhill was easy and smooth. And they've been defeating contender after contender after contender to become the #1 contenders, and then eventually stripping the champions of their titles.
Yeah, and of course now you see the titles around their waist. They're the ones that are now at the top of the mountain peak here in the PSWF, top of the mountaintop, I should say, for here in the PSWF. And of course, again, the thing that they've always had, which was the part that they were just trying to find how to work it together, is the strength that these two put on. That is something, of course, here at the PSWF locker room, we have a lot of wrestlers with a lot of strength, but sometimes you need, the balancing of the acts, the strength with the speed, the charisma with the bold. And so, of course, this is the time that they finally put that together. They are now the champions, but of course, their opponents had been able to do that so well for so long. The strength of KT, the technician and submission ability of Cal Wu, and it just did not click at our most recent pay-per-view. What do you think about this tag team and where they are at in their current state of mind?
Well, it's hard to say because after we went on a nice little hiatus after that, after the pay-per-view. The Thomas Dynasty, they just need to go ahead and win this match to increase their confidence. So when they eventually do attempt to challenge Bear Arms for that title to get it back, they got to be in a proper mind state. Hopefully, like we said, time heals. Time helps you reset, re-click, cross your T's, dot your I's, and hopefully this has been good for the Thomas Dynasty.
Yeah, and I am just getting word that Thomas Dynasty has invoked their rematch clause and wants their rematch at the upcoming pay-per-view. So this is going to be a preview of what could be taking place, of course, at our pay-per-view as these two teams battle it out for who will continue to hold on to the tag team championship going forward. So Cal Wu, how do you feel about that now being in play when it comes to this matchup, even in a non-title match?
That makes this match even more important, that the Thomas Dynasty pull out a win for their confidence when they, when they face Bare Arms in that title match.
Yeah, it looked like Bear Grylls tried to go for the grab on the KT again. KT just showing off that strength that he has, and oh my God, what a big haymaker to the face of Bear Grylls, and just sits him in his seat. But Bear Grylls with the reversals, and finally able to land something with a big knee drop to the arms, the shoulder socket, I should say, of KT.
Definitely, KT showed his strength, like, hey, quit grabbing me. But then he was like, okay, let me switch it up a little bit. I'm going to do something different that you're not going to be able to push off.
What a good submission in there, but Cal Wu not coming in to break it up. And KT getting out of it with some big kicks to the face of Bear Grylls. Oh, but Bear Grylls with a big arm punch there. And now tosses KT outside the ring.
Yeah. Honestly, with this tag team, Bear Grylls is probably the X factor in this tag team. Every time he's in the ring, he has the proper right amount of ferocity, technicality, and the way he applies his pressure is one of the top notch in the PSWF.
Oh, and he just putting in some work here onto KT outside the ring. The ref up to a count of 4, now 5, and they still have not turned their attention to get back into the ring. Cal Wu just sitting there watching as Bear Grylls attacks his cousin outside the ring and throws him into the turnbuckle there as the ref is trying to get them inside. We're now up to a 7 count. What is Bear Grylls doing? Oh, he's sizing him up. We got to an 8 count. Oh, and he does a leg drop off the top turnbuckle outside the ring.
Eesh. He got a 9 count, and then he jumped out and kicked him to reset the counter. And now he's kicking KT in the face. And stretching that arm.
We're just continuing to be out here outside the ring. And again, Cal Wu not really doing anything to come help his cousin, but a large part of that could be, of course, that the ref is just staring into this direction. He needs some kind of distraction to be able to get into there. Oh, but KT coming with the reversal onto Bear Grylls as the ref gets up to a second count of 5, and now he finally gets some moves onto Bear Grylls, but no, Bear Grylls catches him and then throws him against the announcer's table. We're now up to a 7 count. Finally, KT with another reversal. We're up to an 8. Are we going to get a count out? A double count out? No, KT gets back into the ring before a 9, but KT not able to get his footing. Oh, but never mind.
He hit him with the close shave of himself.
Finally gets a tag in there, and now Cal Wu coming with the quick strikes into the face of Bear Grylls. Look at all these punches. Woo!
It ain't often we see Cal Wu start jabbing people up. So he came in feeling it. But Bear Grylls said, stop that, and I'm going to slam you and put you on your back. And now he pins him. This is an early pin. 1, 2, with a kick out.
That was a close one. That
was a close one.
The strength of Bear Grylls on display there, nearly putting Cal Wu out with that sit-down slam. Oh. Sizes him up. Oh, with a big splash there into the corner. Man, this has been all Bear Arms so far, basically, as this match unfolds. And as you said, the X Factor, Bear Grylls, being the one in the driver's seat for most of this, and finally tags in his partner, Bear Magnum.
Bear Magnum gets in the ring. Now, this is the power. Let's see how Bear Magnum pins, gets one kick, one, and then kicks out.
Yeah, that was one of those things where maybe Bear Magnum, that tag switch just took too long before Cal Wu could get to his feet, and now he goes in for the hot tag, and what is Bear Magnum doing? He tries to tell the crowd to calm down instead of trying to stop Cal Wu, and now KT able to take that as an opportunity to get things going for Thomas Dynasty, and this has been a matchup that we've seen time and time again. KT and Bear Magnum fighting each other multiple times, and even in singles competition, and KT's got the best of Bear Magnum in most of those times.
Definitely. This is like a solo rivalry, and KT just laying those stumps in, and he pins Bear Magnum, I think KT was ready for that tag because he's just so confident against Bear Magnum. As he still, as they still trying to figure out Bear Grylls. Like I said, I feel like Bear Grylls is the X factor in this tag team.
Ooh, what a good little suplex there from KT. Oh, but Bear Magnum catches KT with the stomp there and then does a belly-to-belly slam. And he taunts Cal Wu right in front of him. KT gets the hot tag, but Bear Magnum gets him before he could do anything. But Cal Wu with the reversal instead. And now with the big strike. Oh! Then stops to the back, or the knee drops to his back. Tries to lock in the face grab there, and not able to do it. Pulls him away from the ropes, and now he's going to go for the pin. Bear Grylls still has not tried to come in and break up any of these pins. That's a 2 count, but no, able to kick out.
His partner. He trusts his partner. He said, I know that's not going to take that Titan down. I don't have nothing to worry about. But then Cal Wu locks in his finisher. He locks in his submission.
Oh, and Bear Grylls comes in and breaks that one up finally. Cal Wu says, get out of here to Bear Grylls, and now he's taunting the crowd, getting them fired up, and Bear Magnum just not able to get to his feet during any of this time. And Cal Wu with such a unique type of submission there, really putting on the work to the arms of Bear Magnum. And as you said, this is the strength, so that's something that's really going to play a factor. Bear Grylls comes in out of the ring and gets a breakup at 1.
And Cal will get the hell out the ring, punch you in the mouth, and then throw you out. Now I'm back to your partner.
Man, that tag of putting Bear Magnum in may have been a bad decision as this match keeps unfolding, because Bear Grylls has not been able to get back in, and Bear Magnum just continues to struggle here in this matchup. Oh, but he finally gets out of the way. Oh, and the quick strikes from Cal Wu puts Bear Magnum back on the back foot, but a good catch there and reversal from Bear Magnum. Oh, another reversal.
Kicks him in the face. Is he going for a tag? Yes, he is. He bringing his cousin back in.
Yes, he is. Bear Magnum trying to get across, and KT said, I don't care. Go bring in Bear Grylls. I'll slap my booty in his direction. But that is not what you want, because KT gets immediately put into a move against Bear Grylls. Bear Grylls goes for the pin. There's a 1, there's a 2, and there's a 3. What just...
I don't understand that. He barely did anything. He gave him a little body slam, and KT just couldn't kick out from that. I guess Cal Wu's confidence in KT was a bit too much. And KT did take a lot of damage earlier on, so I can see how something like that would definitely put him away. But man,
what?
Another disappointing loss for the Thomas Dynasty for sure.
And another loss where the tag partner does not come in to break it up. That is what's been the most... interesting part of this is what is going on behind the scenes with KT and Cal Wu. Is something going on behind the scenes with the Thomas Dynasty?
That's a good question, man. I don't know. We'll have to catch up with him and see if we can find out.
But a big win for our champions to basically feel like they solidify that win beforehand was not a fluke. And of course, Bear Arms sitting on top here in the tag team division. Cal Wu, that has been our shows. Let me just talk to you real quick. What was your thoughts about that final match there?
That final match was a little bit disappointing. It was definitely lackluster, especially compared to that triple threat match that we had a couple matches ago. Thomas Dynasty, they got to figure out how to make it click again, man, like they did earlier on. Is this something that they're missing again? I don't know if they have miscommunication. I can't tell you what's going on with that tag team, because they're not as dominant as they've been.
You're exactly right in the fact that it's 2 matches now in a row where their tag partner, in this case, if I remember correctly, both times has been Cal Wu, not coming in to break up the pin. It's one of those, what is going on behind the scenes? Are we, as I brought up before, are we seeing, the chink in the armor that was the Thomas Dynasty, such a solidified force, now finally showing those cracks, that could be starting to open up in here into the PSWF locker room. But I mean, you already kind of said it, but I have to ask you, as we ask every show, what was your favorite match here of the episode?
That triple threat match with number 2 being Bill Gates versus BAT. But that triple threat match, that thing was crazy from start to finish. People getting busted open, people doing other people finishers on them. The match was just crazy, man. That match was bananas. And Darcy pulled out a big win. And I you know what I'm saying? Is Darcy gonna go ahead and start his climb up that solo title ladder, man? Because he's been killing it.
We'll have to see, but I agree with you. I mean, don't get me wrong, BAT versus Bill Gates was such a great match in its own right, but definitely that triple threat match stole the show and really put the stamp on match of the night. Basically in the middle of that match, it had already kind of put it there. And as you said, you know, the main event was a little disappointing, but we did already say I don't think any match was going to live up to what that triple threat put out there. But Cal Wu, that's 2 episodes in the book. How are you feeling about season 2 here of PSWF?
Season 2 going crazy already, man. Like this. My biggest thing that I'm excited to see is Hunter Frost versus Ben Nyson. Seeing where that rivalry goes, because it's gonna be crazy, man. It's gonna be real crazy. That's the title contention I'm most excited about.
Well, we'll see, of course, how things shape out here over the next couple of weeks, and I hope you will join us along for that journey. So make sure you hit that subscribe button, hit the like button, and leave a comment on your favorite part of this episode. And as always, I do have to say, we do have those merch, so make sure you check out the merch as well so you continue to hear and support PSWF. Cal Wu, is there anything else you want to say to our viewers as we send them off into the week?
Continue to come watch us, continue to support. We appreciate everybody so far. Get the merch and enjoy yourselves. Have a good time.
All right, and as I said one last time here on the episode, everyone here at PSWF, thanks you for tuning into this. Make sure you hit the subscribe button, hit the like button, leave a comment, and keep the adrenaline going.
Get it!
The merch! King it!